view of the skyscrapers of Midtown Manhattan from high above the East River here in New York City. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. Time now to look at the race for Rookie of the Year. And of course, it's still early. A little over a month gone in this new NBA season. But let's take a look at who's made a nice impact so far. You take a look at Porter. He's a ways down the ladder if the award was given out today, but there's still time in this season for him.
And he hasn't been quite as quick as some of the other first-year guys in terms of settling in, but I think he's just about to come into his own.
It certainly looks that way to me, too. And you can see he's not as intimidated as he may have been those first few times he stepped between the lines.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter in at the small forward. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. Doris, what do you think it's like for a team coming into a new season with a new head coach?
You know what's fascinating to me is each individual organization, Kevin, seems to have their own vernacular, their own verbiage to describe their system. So with a new coach, number one, he's putting in a system. Number two, the guys are trying to familiarize themselves with his language. Not only the X's and O's, but how does he communicate it?
And yeah, right, that's a good point. The delivery of the message is sometimes as important as the X's and O's.
No doubt.
And that one's good by Porter.
Shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
And the Knicks with possession here. Passes it to Randall. Elbow shot. And that one good.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Here's Harris following the basket by Julius Randle. Now here's Jokic. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Lakers.
And it was a big game for him at the defensive end as well. He never stopped pressuring the basketball, coming up with one steal after another.
Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
And he makes the first.
And Kevin Knox, yet another player out of the University of Kentucky. We've seen so many enter the NBA from that program. What they love about Kevin Knox is his ability to score at all three levels.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And with Knox, the Knicks kept feeding him minutes, Doris, allowing him to learn on the fly.
Yes, because of the circumstance with his team, he got a lot of the offense running through him as the season progressed. And for Kevin Knox, he had ample room to grow and make mistakes, and that's critical to his development.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Payton passes to Robinson. Randall left side. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Porter. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. It's stolen by Randall. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop. And it's sent back by Jokic. Harris looking it over. Inside. Deflects the pass. Randall with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. And now the Knicks on the break. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Denver making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. Payton finds Robinson. Now here's Randall. Jokic defending. Randall down low. Millsap's there.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Nuggets now. Robinson with it. Now guarded by Murray. Robinson goes in. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the score by New York. Jokic, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Millsap dishes to Murray. Robinson pulls it in.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Knox, covered by Beasley. Payton surveying the floor. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, a nice, efficient finish for Elfrid Payton. Boy, that'll help your percentage, gentlemen.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
What was most disturbing to me, Greg, was they didn't have a backup plan, right? The threes aren't falling. What do you do next?
There's the pass to Jokic. Beasley outside. From 10 feet out. Jokic, no good.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Here's Millsap after R.J. Barrett's bucket. The 9-foot shot. And another miss by Denver.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
No one near Randall as he lets it go.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Harris misses. New York leading by 4. Randall passes to Barrett. Payton outside. And no good. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. No good from Beasley. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Knox. Drills it from outside.
I'll tell you, the catch-and-shoot game of Kevin Knox, he's got to have it in his arsenal, and he does.
Pass to Murray. And here's Jokic, covered by Payton. The drive by Jokic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
First free throw is good. You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Grant, he's checked in for Harris. Here's Murray following the basket by Elfrid Payton. Now Barrett. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And the basket by Knox.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Now, here's Grant. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. A putback. Jokic on the follow.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Payton with the ball. Beasley covering. They get a hand on it. Jokic. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Pass to Robinson. Dishes it to Payton. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Beasley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Millsap kicks to Grant. Shot clock at 6. At the elbow, Jokic. Over Robinson. That one wide left.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And Barrett slams it in.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Beasley. The Knicks making the shot. Passes to Jokic. The shot missing. The Knicks go the other way with it. 4-on-3 as they bring it up. Corner shot. And too long on the shot.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard. And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
New York leading by 6. Payton outside. Outside Robinson. Randall with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Randall no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
Throw good, Murray. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Bobby Portis is checked in for Julius Randle. Marcus Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. And Smith subbed in for Payton. Now, here is Smith. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And there's the pass to Bullock. New York, no good that time either.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Murray, down low, stolen by Robinson. Pass to Morris. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Bobby Portis.
And Murray is so skilled at drawing these types of fouls. He loves getting to the charity stripe.
Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention 2 guys who I think could be considered combo guards who can play 1 or 2, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But 2 of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade. Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, 2 names to keep an eye on.
Here's Morris. It's good. This game is all even.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Bullock with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Portis. Kicks to Smith. Puts it up from 12. That's good on the jump shot. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Great recognition from Dennis Smith Jr., creating the separation and shooting with confidence.
Morris outside. Jokic on top. Passes it to Murray. Over Smith. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Jokic. Murray's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
Trying to get open is Gibson. That one misses. Good defense by Jokic. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Plumlee kicks to Jokic. Smith against Morris. Smith, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Floats it up for Murray. That puts them in the lead.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boy.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Now, here's Bullock. He's tightly guarded. Smith outside. Fires for 3. Smith missing again.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
New York trailing. From deep three-point range, what a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for 4 boards. You know, she bears herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And New York, looking at who they've got. Smith and Bullock at the 1 and the 2. Taj Gibson is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Morris in at the 3 slot. Now, Jokic, following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Jokic passes to Porter. Over Morris. Porter, no luck.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert. Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Smith against Morris. The pass to Jokic. Pulls it from 20. Buries the jump shot. Jokic has got the lead up to 6 now for Denver.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And it's good. 2 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Pass to Gibson. Left side, Portis. Smith outside. No good on the triple.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Jokic kicks to Plumlee. Yep, it counts. And now it's a 10-point Denver lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Pass to Bullock. To end the cold streak. And the Knicks miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Guys, when you consider the New York Knicks roster, there is some talent amongst their young players. More than a handful of their guys in their first 3 years in the league. Kevin Knox, Mr. Robinson, and Mr. Dotson all could be factors for them in the future.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Doris with the youth. The Knicks added Dennis Smith to that bunch as well.
No doubt, Kevin. This was a player they had their eyes on. So when you couple Dennis Smith Jr. with some of the young assets they've collected over the last couple of years, there's a ton of young talent coming up in New York right now.
It's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And a switcher also for Denver. Harris is checked in. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Smith against Morris. And good that time. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Denver.
To the inside, Plumlee. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Julius Randle's checked in for the Knicks. A free throw off from Plumlee. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a three. He might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building three. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
A different look for New York. Kevin Knox is checked in for Portis, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Smith. Knicks trail by 10. Payton right side. He dishes it to Randle. Pass to Morris. Morris against Payton. The pass to Knox for three. Plumlee with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Now here's Payton. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And you can see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Morris against Payton. Morris kicks to Harris. Barton passes to Morris. 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Porter, no luck. Knicks trail by 12. Here's Knox. Plumlee with the rebound. The Nuggets on offense. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Out to Morris. Fast break, here we go. Randle with the ball, now guarded by Porter. Morris looking over the floor. Now the dish to Porter. Pass to Harris. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And here's Randle. 8 points his last outing. Payton passes to Randle. Denver grabs the miss. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the two teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
4 on the clock, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Ball's knocked loose, and it's the Knicks with the ball. And so Payton will bring it up for New York. A 12-point game. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap is checked in for Plumlee. Jeremy Grant comes in for Will Barton, and it's Beasley in for Gary Harris. 2 on the clock. Here's Knox. New York, no good that time either.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Morris into the lane. Grant, no good that time. Randle with some nice D. trying to end the drought. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. You think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure, but it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
New York calls timeout.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Morris. And now in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. You look at the Jazz, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think Denver, they've shown their capabilities, but it's been in flashes. If they want to move up this list, it may take greater focus, greater commitment.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Robinson.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Pass to Millsap. Fades away. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got his 4th rebound in this one. Some nice passing by New York here. Looking to get it going. That's good from Randall on the assist by Payton. Payton's got 3 assists tonight. Payton against Murray. Outside Millsap. The 19-foot shot, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Millsap's got his first basket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The Nuggets leading by 12. And Porter, here we go. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Payton against Murray. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul. Now, here's Barrett. Covered by Beasley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Grant hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Nuggets lead by 14. Payton against Murray. Payton gets the bucket. Payton's got 6.
I'll tell you, pull out the floater when necessary. Elfrid Payton pretty.
Payton against Murray. And Grant now top of the key. Shot clock at 5. Back to Murray. Robinson with the block. And he's able to get it back. And that one's good. Millsap.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Knicks trail by 14. Passes it to Barrett. Poked away. Beasley with the steal. Here's Grant. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Terrific focus from Jeremy Grant. This guy understands how to take contact and fight through it.
There's a minute 47 left to play here in the half. Now here's Peyton. 6 points for him. The pass to Randall. And Grant sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. So for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Julius Randle. Reggie Bullock comes in for Kevin Knox. And Smith subbed in for Peyton. And a switcher also for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Michael Porter. Here's Barrett. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Clock at 4. Grant dishes to Beasley. Floats it up for Millsap. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. And Grant sends it back.
Well, he's got to be a defensive stalwart. And Jeremy Grant using his size to send it back.
Now, Jokic, he's got 9. Beasley outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 5 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 18. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
New York, no good that time either.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. New York with the foul. For Denver, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
First one falls for him.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
Knicks trail by 20. Pass to Gibson. 30 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. Over Murray, and it's sent back by Jokic.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing, Greg. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
This is his first free throw of the game.
This season, the percentage right around 72%, so not the kind of success he was hoping for.
2 shots. Last on the first.
Free throw drops for Millsap. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. Here's Smith. From deep, and some nice defense there to end the quarter.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter. grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, how about their ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you play like that.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Porter in at the 3. The Knicks shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
I like to see Kevin Knox share the basketball because what it shows is an improving awareness in finding his teammates. That's how people want to play with you.
That free throw good from Randall.
And a breakout season for Julius Randle in 2018-19. Averaged close to 20 and 10, delivering on the talent that saw him taken 7th overall back in 2014.
Knicks trail by 19. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And Randall throws it down.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Greg, the Lakers allowed Julius Randle to leave in restricted free agency in 2018 so they could preserve some of their cap space.
I mean, his defense still lags behind, but offensively, boy, he is special. The lefty, tough to deal with inside.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
Free throw good, Porter.
And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Big man who was forgotten about during free agency, Randall could be an impact player for the Knicks.
And Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randall should give them great production for quite some time.
Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
Murray with it. 8 points for him. To the wing right side. Jokic kicks to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's 11 points for Jamal Murray.
And Murray has such a soft-looking shot, especially from deep where he is just lights out.
13 feet away. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Nuggets leading by 20. Passes it to Porter. It's rebounded by New York. Barrett's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. No good from Payton. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd. Snatched away. To the middle. Here's Barrett. Rejected by Harris. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Marcus Morris is checked in for Kevin Knox. Morris passes to Payton. Out to the right wing. Here's Barrett. New York, no good that time either. Nuggets shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. At the elbow, Jokic. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now here's Murray. 11 points in the game. Jokic on top. In the corner, it's Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Harris has got his 1st points of the night. The Knicks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the 3rd. Payton kicks to Barrett. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
And here is Murray. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. It's Jokic top of the key. And the pass to Millsap. Just 5 on the clock. Good on the shot. Millsap's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Knicks trail by 21. Payton attacking. Good work defensively by Millsap. Nuggets have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 15. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. New York calls timeout. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Smith checked in for New York. The Nuggets also changing it up. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Will Barton comes in for Michael Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. Back to Smith.
Switch.
Here's Robinson. Good defense by Jokic.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Harris dishes to Barton. Back to Harris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there. And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but He can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
He misses the free throw. You know, Doris, when you think of the best dunkers at that guard position, you have to include Dennis Smith Jr.
His explosiveness, Dennis Smith Jr., is off the charts. Boy, when he is attacking the cup, as a defensive player, you better be on point or he's going to put it on your head.
He hits the second from the line.
This is an area where Dennis Smith Jr. is working on, right? As the primary ball handler, you have to be able to make your free throws.
Now, here is Morris. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Barton outside. From downtown. Knicks with the rebound. Randall's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the paint. Here's Portis. Makes it off the glass. Portis has got his first bucket in this one.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Inside, Jokic passes to Plumlee, and he comes up with the deuce.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Portis finds Smith. Outside Portis. Pass to Randall. Over Plumlee. Randall no good. Nuggets have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Harris outside. Pass to Jokic. Beyond the arc. 6 on the shot clock. That's good from Harris on the assist by Jokic.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Smith outside. And the wide open shot from Morris. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Morris kicks to Harris. Morris against Smith. Back to Harris. And stolen by Portis. Floats it up for Randall. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Take a look at Murray. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
A great all-star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Morris, no good. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. Smith against Morris. Pass to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And here are the Knicks now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Randall down low. He's guarded by Plumlee. Randall with the bucket.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Denver's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Morris against Smith. Morris passes to Jokic. On the wing, Harris. He has 7. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Harris has got 9 points here in the second half. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Out to the wing. Here's Randall. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now here is Harris. 9 points in the game so far. The shot misses. So New York will take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Denver's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And so it's New York with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the paint. Here's Randall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic. The Knicks have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
That one is off.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Kevin Knox comes in for Morris. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Malik Beasley comes in for Harris. And he sinks the second. 1:52 left to play here in the third. Morris against Smith. Morris kicks to Beasley. There's the pass to Grant. He feeds it to Morris. Here's Beasley. Rebound by Smith. The Knicks shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. They get it back. Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush. 5 attempts for him at the line tonight. He's made 3.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
.125 left to play in the third. Morris passes to Plumlee. From deep. But they recover it. Back to Morris. Pass to Grant from outside the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Randall surveying the D. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 20 points for Julius Randle.
And this is what they're asking for from Dennis Smith Jr. Keep your eyes up and be ready to make a play for your teammates.
To the middle, here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Bullock. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the sharpshooter, Reggie Bullock. Took some time for him, Greg, here in the NBA, but, you know, he's going to shoot it.
Bullock has always been a consistent threat from outside, and that is why this team loves him. It doesn't offer too much else, but he can open up some room inside with that ability to hit from deep.
Free throw good, Bullock. And the Nuggets with some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Plumlee. And Murray's subbed in for Monte Morris. Both good from the line that time. Denver leading by 23. Now Murray. He's got 11. Grant outside. Pass to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Gets a hand on it. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 21 in the game.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Passes it to Randall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight. That free throw good from Randall. The Knicks making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time. So it's Denver now. For 3, Murray. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
The defensive tools are there for Dennis Smith Jr. He's got the necessary physical toughness.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. Mitchell Robinson out there with Taj Gibson, and it's Payton in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now, here is Robinson. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Murray. The feed now to Millsap. It's stolen by Barrett. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. And the basket by Knox.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Murray kicks to Grant. And there's the pass to Millsap. Jokic draws the double. Murray for 3. The Knicks pull it in. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Payton with the ball. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct. Robinson, the shot from the low post is good.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision, plays with a good recognition and been very unselfish.
And the shot goes in. 10 points for Paul Millsap.
They are just killing them on the interior.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. The Knicks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Payton finds Robinson. Pass to Knox. Out to Payton. Just 5 to shoot. Over Beasley. Payton gets the bucket.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Stolen by Robinson. Payton, that's good. Payton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, there's no question that Elfrid Payton has got a solid handle. He can get where he wants to go on the floor.
Payton against Murray. Now, here's Jokic. He's guarded closely. Clock at 6. Grant gets a wide open look. Another shot. Millsap passes to Beasley. Millsap kicks to Grant. Jokic trying to free himself up. Great D that time from Payton.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And it's Robinson with the jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Grant. Now here's Millsap. Over Gibson. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Grant. Grant's got his 3rd assist on the night. Knicks trail by 19. Payton passes to Robinson. Passes to Barrett. Over Beasley. Barrett, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Payton. Denver getting their last shot to go. Barrett with the ball. Lays it up off the glass.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Payton against Murray. To the right side. Jokic against Robinson. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yeah, and Kevin, this is going to be a very trying part of the schedule for them. More than a fair share of road games on the dock for the team, and have not had an easy time finding success away from home.
Greg, Elfrid Payton's continued to improve his game, and so far, so good.
Yeah, a marked improvement in long-range percentage. Good size and defensive potential as well. He's knocking down shots. We might have something in Elfrid Payton.
first one falls.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Knicks. The Nuggets also changing it up. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Gary Harris in for Beasley. In the corner, Barrett with it. The three from Morris. New York, no good that time either.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Jokic throws it down.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
And here is Payton. Doris, some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. Now here is Harris to the inside. Porter, no luck.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Denver leading by 20. Now here's Murray. Jokic on top. Left side Harris over Barrett. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. 13 points for Gary Harris. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Knocked away and stolen by Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
You have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
Now Payton. New York calls timeout. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
They'd lost two straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Here's Payton, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Murray outside. Porter finds Murray. Now here's Porter. Defense is right there, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Murray against Payton. Down low, here's Barrett. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Now the pass to Jokic. Double team on Millsap. It's Porter outside. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the 2nd deep ball to go down for this guy.
Barrett with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Millsap, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Millsap's got 10 points in just the 2nd half. New York's gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Knox, guarded by Porter. It's stolen by Harris. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Now, here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Whew. He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
They're at the pass to Payton. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and then to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this: the NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
So New York ends up going with the new group. A different look for Denver. .131 left in the fourth quarter of this one. That's tipped. They need this. A shot by Ellington, no good. Denver's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nuggets.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dotson. Count that bucket. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Morris kicks to Barton. Pass to Bull. Here's Craig. From deep three-point range. Not going to go that time. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some, and what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.